On today's Food Fantasy, we put Melissa's love of wine to the ultimate test.
So why don't you take this bucket and dump it?
So I thought that was kind of gross.
Until she got to meet one of her idols, Master Sommelier Andrea Immer. And after 10 years, an Army officer tries to conquer the world's most difficult recipe.
Hi there, I am Robin Dorian, coming to you from New York City to fulfill the food fantasy of a woman who adores wine. Her name is Melissa Alexander. Melissa cooks with wine, she studies wine, and of course she drinks wine. That's not enough. What Melissa really wants to do is learn how to become a sommelier or wine steward. So we have brought her to one of the most sophisticated cities in the world to uncork her fantasy.
We'll have a wonderful day tomorrow.
Melissa Alexander knows what it's like to be snubbed by a snooty sommelier.
Why should you go to a beautiful restaurant and you want to have a really beautiful meal and then you feel like you're treated like dirt? Because that's not cool. I don't like that at all.
Selecting wine should be fun, but with so many wines out there, Melissa knew she needed help. She wanted advice without attitude, so she turned to the professionals.
This is Wine for Dummies. Love it. It's the Bible of wine.
But Melissa's no dummy. She knows there's more to wine than meets the eye, so she wrote to us with her dream.
My food fantasy is to be a sommelier at a really nice restaurant and help people feel more comfortable with wine.
Yeah.
All we told Melissa was to pack her best sommelier suit. We're whisking her away to live out her fantasy.
Dear, I don't know where I'm going to be going. I'm hoping New York, but that's just me.
Well, it's all part of the surprise,
I
all
know.
part of the fantasy.
I know. I don't know if, I wish I remembered this lady's last name. Her name is Andrea something.
That would be Andrea Immer, named Best Sommelier in America in 1998. In a field dominated by men, Andrea is one of only 10 women in the world who can call herself a master sommelier.
Light and delicate.
While being a sommelier may be glamorous, becoming one is not. Like every other profession, a good wine steward has to pay her dues. So we decided to show her the dark underbelly of the biz. We'll start here at a wine tasting for the top sommeliers in New York City.
Welcome to New York. I am here to make all your food fantasy wishes come true. Now you know nothing, right? You have no idea what's going to happen.
Not a clue, no.
Follow me.
Okay.
Well, Melissa, I'm going to introduce you to this man right here, Daniel Jonas, who is going to take you through the steps of learning to be a sommelier.
You know, I'm the wine director at Montrachet Restaurants, but I have a little tasting here of wines that I import. So we got to help get them set up, get the bottles opened. We got to move a few bottles. You ready to work, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go.
Get your hands dirty.
The top restaurants and wine shops of New York are sending their experts here today to sample over 200 different types of wine. It's a big money event with the potential for big sales, so everything has to be perfect.
Unpack those,
Okay.
and I'll show you how I want it. Pull those bottles out. Here, move these down to that end.
Okay.
You want to put them right next to the
Let's
others,
just- okay.
okay? You know how to open a bottle of wine?
I do have a thing called a screw pull.
All right. And this is the sommelier corkscrew.
Okay.
This is the one that you're going to need.
Melissa's trusty screw pull is missing in action, so it's time for her to learn how to use the professional's corkscrew.
You want to give it a try?
Okay, since I never used the waiter's corkscrew before, I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to, open up a bottle of wine.
No, it's not a twist. It's not a twist cap.
Wine stewards insist that with a little practice, this corkscrew is actually easier to use than the larger ones. It also fits in your pocket better. But Melissa still is not convinced.
Okay, it just doesn't seem natural.
Doesn't seem natural yet, but it will. Now take the cork between your fingers and twist it right out. Good. Okay. Little practice and it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Does this look familiar to you?
Yes. Thank you.
This is hers.
You'd never use that in a restaurant.
Never, ever, ever,
Not as a sommelier.
ever. Okay.
Yes, being a sommelier in training is hard work. In case Melissa hasn't figured it out already, it ain't all glamour.
As you see at a wine tasting, people are taking small sips of wine,
Okay.
and instead of swallowing it, they're spitting it. All right, so these buckets are starting to get full. Why don't you see that? Sorry, but that's part of the job. So why don't you take this bucket and dump it? Yeah. Hold it with two hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I should just take one at a time?
Yeah, one at a time. Just take it through those doors over there and somebody will help you. Okay?
Okay, thank you. The way I was raised, it's not ladylike to spit, okay? So I thought that was kind of gross, and trying to take the buckets and then carrying them and going back to the kitchen to dump in, I thought it was a little bit strange. I was like, cooties. That it is part of the job, especially if you're at a wine tasting. I mean, you don't want the buckets to get this full of other people's wine.
So now you've graduated from emptying spittoons,
Yeah.
which I'm sure was a very delightful experience.
Oh yeah,
right?
it was absolutely wonderful.
Oh, okay.
I could ask for anything more.
Well, we're taking you to the next level,
Okay.
which you may enjoy a little bit more.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thanks. Come on, take a list.
Okay.
Anyway, so you got the glamour side of
Oh, yeah.
sommelierhood.
Oh yeah, dumping
Right.
these things out, that was wicked fun.
Basically, right. And when I started in wine, I started out doing it on a volunteer basis.
Oh, really?
So I was working a French cooking school, scrubbing roasting pans as a dishwasher.
Wow, no kidding.
And
How
then,
glamorous.
Exactly.
She's totally awesome, and she really made me feel so comfortable.
And people swirl it around in their mouths. It's not the most elegant thing. But you do that so that you can taste the whole range of the style of the wine. And then, of course, you're going to spit because we're tasting professional. Well done.
So you did spitting in a very ladylike manner.
I tried my best. Whoever thought there'd be ladylike spit, you know, you gotta kind of aim directly right into the bottom. You know, just make sure it doesn't splash all over your mouth.
Okay. Let's try the Vignes de Coster. This is exciting. This is great.
This is so much fun. I like this a lot.
We're just getting started. When we come back, we will see if Melissa has what it takes to be the sommelier at a New York restaurant. Welcome back to Food Fantasy. Melissa Alexander's dream is to be a sommelier for a day. We started her out the same way other successful sommeliers started, by doing the dirty work at a wine tasting for the most important wine buyers in New York City. Once she saw what it's like to work her way up through the ranks, we introduced her to her idol, Master Sommelier Andrea Immer. Andrea and Melissa sampled about 40 of the finest new vintages, and now it's time to see if Melissa has what it takes to be a world-class wine steward. We're heading to Russo's in the Sheraton Manhattan, where the master gives her pupil one last piece of advice.
A couple of things. When you're standing in the dining room, your dignity, right?
Okay.
That's big. So body language is everything. You have a master. You're the master of your domain.
Okay.
What you're going to think about doing is, first of all, when you approach the table, you want to be where all of the guests can hear you, but not too intrusively so. So standing at a corner position is a good idea.
This is it, Melissa's final exam.
Okay, let's do it.
Good evening, ladies. How are you today?
Good evening. Good to see you.
Would you like to enjoy another glass of wine with your dinner?
And her first test, what to pair with a filet mignon and a bourbon cherry sauce.
I think with that, I would go with maybe a Merlot, or if you want something a little bit richer, a Cabernet Sauvignon. I think would go very well with that.
Nicely done.
Test number 2, swordfish in a white wine and garlic sauce.
For you, it's swordfish?
Yes.
Okay, I would definitely say Sauvignon Blanc. Definitely.
Great suggestion. I think the Sauvignon Blanc for the swordfish was an out-of-sight suggestion.
Okay.
She saved the toughest one for last, the steak in a tomato flour wrap.
Then with that, I think I would try Merlot with that. I think that would be very good. It's a medium-bodied wine, and I think it would go very well with that.
Come into my office.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Tomato flour wrap. That threw us a little bit for a loop. I think your suggestion of Merlot was good. I might have gone with the Beaujolais.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no
might be
kidding.
a fun little thing because it looks like a pretty kind of spicy sort of ethnic, kind of feel to the dish.
Yeah,
which would
that's
be
right. Okay,
Nice
yes,
with that. So to lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
I have to say you went a little bit standard on your recommendations. Red wine with red meat,
Yeah.
white wine with fish.
Okay.
That's okay. If you get a sense that a table might want to experiment, it's fun to do that. But you did a great job with
thank
that.
you. Okay.
Now we've got to get the wine on the table. They're waiting.
Okay.
Empty glasses are a bad thing for a sommelier. Let's go.
Okay.
The next test, presentation. A good sommelier is in the right place at the right time, and the glasses have to be spotless.
And remember, right side, right hand, and hold it by the stem, not the bowl. Hold it by the stem, not the bowl. There you go. Good job.
Whether you're talking about food or wine, the rule of thumb is to start light and go heavy. So Melissa serves the white wine first.
When you pour the wine, pour the whites first, then pour the reds, and make sure that you wipe the neck of the bottle between each pour to catch drips.
Okay.
And make sure that you don't touch the neck of the bottle to the rim of the glass, because that's where the guest drinks, right?
Okay.
Okay, so whites first, and as you pour the wine, tell her what you're pouring. And this is your Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Go for it. Wipe the neck of the bottle. That's it.
And enjoy your wine and your meals. Thank you.
I gotta tell you, you are a natural, and I'll tell you why. Well, your pouring technique was fantastic. You didn't shake it all, but you know what you did that was my favorite thing of all?
What was that?
And I didn't even tell you to do this. You said enjoy your wine. A lot of people forget that, you know?
You
It's
have
all
to
about
enjoy your
enjoyment.
wine.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, well done.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you know, you take a
But the evening isn't over yet.
A Lene de Vin is the coolest thing in the world. If you're a sommelier, you get really excited about it because it's a kit, a collection of all of the different scents, or at least most of the major scents or smells that people identify when they're tasting wine. It's really a lot of fun.
You may know what this is.
Oh my God! This is such an incredible thing.
This is your graduation present.
Oh my God. Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God.
Are those tears?
Yeah, this is so beautiful. I can't believe this. It was just totally awesome. I think it's the best way I would describe it.
It's been a day filled with blood, spit, and tears, but Melissa Alexander can now call herself a sommelier, even if it was only for a day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.